Hello, everyone. John Bruna here with the Daily Quote, all bundled up today. It's some sub-zero weather here in our little mountain town in Colorado. Grateful to be here with all of you, though. And today's quote, I think you're going to find truly meaningful. Our past does not need to dictate our future. While we cannot change our past, we can use the lessons of our past to live more effectively in the present and create a future we find fulfilling and meaningful. Well, one of the things that's often overlooked and sometimes never even realized is that we are always in a state of becoming. We're not the same person we were yesterday, a week ago, a year ago, that we're not a prisoner of the conditioning that we've had throughout our life. Often we kind of think of ourselves in a particular way. I'm a impatient person. I'm not a morning person. I'm this kind of person. I have this kind of personality. And don't even realize that we're always becoming. We can actually consciously become the person we want to be. We can cultivate different skills, different abilities, different attitudes. One of the big breakthroughs in our sort of recent history is to understand neuroplasticity. We actually can change the structure and function of our own brains by developing new attitudes, new habits, things that we do. We can actually rewire ourselves, and we can be an active participant in that process. We have the opportunity to cultivate the skills, the activities, the attitudes that we find meaningful in our lives. We don't need to be a prisoner of the past. We can be an active participant in our future. So, this skill that we can develop, well, it has to do with us having some intention in our lives. And it's also helpful if you learn to meditate. Take a little time to start bringing to mind on purpose, mindfully, the kinds of thoughts, attitudes that you'd like to develop in your life. And to remember, however it is you think of yourself, whether you think of yourself as this kind of person or that kind of person, maybe someone who's not a people person, and you might realize, well, actually, when I'm with my friends, I am a people person. If you think of yourself as someone who is, shy, and then you kind of recognize sometimes you're not so shy. I'm not a morning person, except, sometimes when you do get up in the morning and you're early. Just all these thoughts and attitudes that we have about ourselves. Some people say they're an impatient person. And then, well, how about all the times you've been patient? In other words, this whole perception that we have of ourselves, well, it just doesn't hold up all the time. There's all these other times where we're quite the opposite. We're always in a state of becoming. It depends on our situations, depends on our attitude. It has a lot to do with whether we had enough sleep last night. So remember, you're never stuck. You're always in a state of becoming, and you can learn to choose how to be an active participant in who you become by the attitudes that you cultivate and the perspective that you bring to any given situation. Yeah. So I invite you to explore a little bit about how your attitude, your perception can consciously, bring that to mind and water the seeds that you want to grow in your life. On a side note, I'll just add that I am delighted to be able to offer a course in the wisdom of meaningful life. And if you're interested, you can take a look at that. It'll something that I find has been just all the wisdom of all the years that I tried to put together in a book, and now we get to offer an opportunity to share that more deeply with others. So grateful for the opportunity. If you're interested, yeah, take a look.